All right. How are you? So I wanted to do a live podcast episode with you, and I want to thank you for joining me. I'll let people show up here and let me know where you're from. Where are you tuning in from right now? And is it morning where you are right now? Because I'm going to be speaking about my morning routine this morning. I'm actually in a bedroom, somewhere I don't usually go live on. But I hope you're well wherever you are, that you are safe and you are strong. I'm going to turn this into a live podcast episode. And so it's good to see all of you coming in, and thank you for joining me. And it's amazing that things we could physically distance ourselves, but we're not socially distancing ourselves, right? We're being social here. We're interacting here. We're not mentally distant. We're not emotionally distant. And so let's talk about your morning routine. Do you have a morning routine? And what are your burning questions about that? And so I'm going to start with the questions that you submitted first. And so wherever you are right now, I believe that, you've heard this phrase that first, in order to win the day, you have to win the first hour of your day. And then in mine, everybody has a different morning routine, right? Tony Robbins has his, Oprah has hers. For me, Tim Ferriss has his. Mine is really focused around getting my mind right and jump-starting my brain. How many of you feel a little slow in the morning? Like you feel like a mental fog, or you feel absent-minded. You're like, a day, or you don't feel motivated, or you don't feel focused. Now remember, you don't have these things. These are things that you do. You do not have motivation. You do not have focus. You do not have creativity. When you wake up in the morning, you don't want to be at the effect, right? A large part of the body of work that we put out there in our videos and our online programs, which many of you are part of, our podcast, is taking nouns and turning them into verbs, meaning that you put yourself into a trance by saying, I don't have motivation today. I don't have concentration today. I don't have focus. I don't have memory. I don't have time, right? These are not things you have. These are things that you do, right? You don't have creativity. You do certain things. And so if you had to wake up with just at the effect, that would be really hard. And remember, with great power comes great responsibility, sure, but with great responsibility also comes great power. When we take responsibility for, most importantly, our mindset, our own motivation, the methods that we're using regularly, we could do extraordinary things, right? That the difference between something that's ordinary and extraordinary when you're talking about making your day is just a little bit extra. And so I'm going to share with you a little bit extra that I do each day that might take some time, but it also could make you time. All right, it could take time, but it can make you time. Like learning to speed read, for example, might take time, but it certainly makes you a lot more time. If you could double your reading speed and save an hour or two a day, that really adds up, right? So I'm going to share with you these things right now, and then I'll start answering your questions here. So actually what prompted this was a post by Natasha Bedingfield, and if she's watching this, Unwritten is one of my favorite songs. I play it right before I go on stage. We do have our annual Brain Power event, and it's all about, writing your own story every single day, right? We have a blank page before us. And so every day for me is like a blank page before us. And, she said that, she's like, well, what if you have kids? And then I started looking at some of the other questions, and people said, how cold is your shower? And what are you reading each day? How do you journal to reach your goals? What's in your brain tea or your brain power smoothie? All these different things. So that's why I'm doing this live with you right now. So let's turn this into a podcast episode. Are you guys ready? All right. First of all, I believe when people ask me how my day is, I'm used to saying unbelievable, because a mentor taught me years ago that you say unbelievable because it covers both sides of the spectrum, right? I think every day above ground is an incredible day. It's a day that you should have great gratitude for. So when I wake up first thing in the morning, after I remember my dreams, and we could talk about how do you remember your dreams. I actually have a dream journal there also as well. And I write down my dreams. But after I do that, I go through my gratitude. And doesn't take a lot of time. Writing down my dreams only takes like 2 or 3 minutes, at most. I actually, one of my, okay, sorry, so wow, this is I should have cleaned up before I did this also. So this is not like kind of prepared. So I use a 5-minute journal. Our friends Alex and Mimi Icon, they're amazing. 5-minute journal. It takes about 5 minutes of journaling here. I do read, but I do not read technical information at night. I don't want to get in my executive brain. So really my day starts the night before. And what am I doing? I'm optimizing my sleep. I have that would be an interesting podcast episode, like the last hour of your day. What's your evening routine, right? We're talking about morning routine, but really the morning starts the night before. You need to get a great night's sleep, right? So what are you doing? And we could talk about that, not having, external lighting and not on your screens and all that stuff. The stuff that you know already because other people talk about. For me, I don't want to get in my executive brain at night, so I have light reading, usually fiction reading. I do have a comic book here because I'm a big Batman fan, and I'm reading this book right now. And so that's just something I'm interested in tennis because, you just had a Grand Slam tournament going on. And so I have my 5-minute journal, and then I also she actually has the dream journal, and because we capture our dreams. Actually, I don't even know what. All right, this is live too. It's wonderful having 600 something people in your bedroom. Home edit. I don't know how many home edit fans you have. Life skills, and I didn't realize actually she was reading this, but. Featured in here on how to remember names and life skills. I'm not promoting as I have no interest in that, personal interest. This also, by the way, is some of you have these devices. They're it's kind of a cold therapy. I believe that we sleep better when the bedroom is colder, and so it's a chili pad. Some of you are familiar with chili pad. I have no association again. But some of you had asked, and it just helps you when it's colder temperature. When you drop in temperature, you help to secrete melatonin, which helps you relax. You kind of go in hibernation mode, if that makes sense. What mattress? The mattress I use actually, I don't know if it's here. Obviously not planned. I use a brand called Avocado. And so avocado mattress, which I've talked about before. Again, I'm not financially compensated. This is like, what's your morning routine, Jim? I'll go back to it. But people ask these kind of questions. But it's avocado. Remember I talk about clean environment a lot for your brain health. Your external world is a reflection of your internal world. So I make my bed first thing in the morning. And then because your brain likes clean environment. Plus, how you do anything is how you do everything. So you start with excellence, like the military. They make their bed, and it's based on angles and centimeters. But then what else do you do excellent? You do everything excellent from there. You build momentum. You don't want to start your day not excellent. Because this is about, if you're watching this right now, you care about winning, right? And so, by the way, if you could share this right now, if there's a button where you could share it, because it would be a wonderful opportunity to share this with your friends and your family members. And I promise I'll be here when you get back. But going back to clean environment is not just making your bed. When you clean your laptop, you have clarity of thought, right? But also it's the things that could potentially harm you in your environment. Like a lot of furniture has off-gassing, has chemicals in there that could disrupt your hormones. It could lead to breathing issues, cognitive challenges. And so Avocado, which is the brand of mattress that we use, is it's eco-friendly. It's actually carbon negative, not even carbon neutral. It actually leaves less than a footprint because of what they do. And also it's 100% organic and natural from beginning to end. So again, it's a good resource. And I will answer these questions because I can see that. Topper, I could see you. So first thing I do in the morning, let's get to it, all right? Ready? Take some notes on this. And I want to know, and again, you do not have to do all these things. These are things that have worked for me. It's worked with our clients and our students. It's not about being perfect. It's about progress, right? It's not about being perfect. It's about making progress every single day. And even if you can't do any of the 10 things that I talk about in that video, make sure you watch that video. Just search Jim Kwik morning routine. And other people have taken my content and make it the billion dollar habits and that kind of thing. Lots of views. I mean, like tens of millions of views, these videos. But my thing is make it your own, because what works for somebody might not work for you. Just like I don't believe any diet works for every single person either. I don't believe every workout plan works for everybody either. Not only for results, but also in in compliance. Like it might be too difficult for some people to comply to because they have kids, right? Which is one of the questions that came up. Now, you'll notice that a lot of things I do in the morning is very kids friendly. So you could do it with your children. Right now, we have a student program that I'm so excited about. We're doing it today. We do go live with kids. We have 2 sessions, juniors and seniors. And juniors we take from 9 years old to 13 years old, seniors from 14 to 18 and above. And we go live every Tuesday and Thursday with them. And we teach lessons to help them get over, because I don't want what's going on with school to get in the way of your education if you're a student, or your children's education. So but I see that children adopt and adapt these habits so well. First, you create your habits, and your habits create you. So the first thing that I do, Rogue, thank you for doing the quests, and thank you for doing our programs. Thank you to all our students that are part of our community. So the first thing I do, I wake up. I say a little thank you, because I think gratitude is saying thank you is the most important prayer. I remember my dreams from the night before. You see that I have a dream journal right by my bed. If you're not sure how to remember your dreams, because there's treasure in your dreams. Mary Shelley came up with Frankenstein in her dream. Paul McCartney came up with the song Yesterday in his dream. A chemist came out with the periodic table in his dream. And again, I posted recently is that what keeps us from mastery, and I don't believe there's a word like master, but we're always students, but is saying we know this already. And I'm guilty of it also, but my goal is to get really good at the fundamentals. And so if you've heard it before, my goal is to get you to do it or to teach it to somebody else. And so first thing in the morning, I remember my dreams, I do a gratitude, and you don't have to wait to have a greater life to be grateful. Be grateful and you'll have a greater life. You don't need to wait to be. You could record this right now. I can't because I'm on your phone right now. But you don't have to wait for a greater life to be grateful. Be grateful and you'll have a greater life. So I go through a gratitude process. I have a 5-minute journal, which I showed you. You could just search that. I make my bed, right? And so from there, notice I'm not touching my phone. And that's the biggest thing that I could tell you that's going to help you to remember these dreams. By the way, first thing in the morning, you should, it helps to be able to look at bright light, because it helps to really keep your circadian rhythm on point. So your brain loves structure. So go to bed at the same time, wake up at the same time, regardless if it's the weekend or not. So I know, I am reading this. We are going to turn this into a podcast, but stay with me. So bright light, getting natural sunlight is very important. Now on a day like today, it's very kind of cloudy and gloomy. So I have a device here that I got from Dr. Daniel Amen, and it's a white light, and you plug it in and it just shines like it's like bright, like super, super bright. So after I do that, I make my bed, and from there I make my bed, and then I hydrate, right? Because you can lose up to 1 pound of water when you sleep through respiration, through perspiration, right? And so your brain is mostly water, 75% water. And here's the thing, it's just staying hydrated will boost your thinking speed and your reaction speed. It would actually boost it up to 30%, which isn't remarkable. So I take a glass of water, which I don't have to show you, and I also take some probiotics, because we talk a lot in our podcast about gut health and how your gut is your second brain. And we could go way into that. It's the incredible science coming out about how they're connected, and things that you could do. We'll have some amazing people. But if you don't have bright light in the morning, and you have, then you could get light bulbs that actually stimulate and simulate white light also as well. From there, I will be drinking my water. I will go and journal a little bit. By the way, this is the X-Men. When I always talk about this frame photo that I got with the cast of the X-Men. Happy belated to Hugh Jackman. But I'm always learning, right? So I'll come into, I have a lot of books, a lot of books. And so I'm always, leaders are readers, so I'm always looking to read. Here's a book. These are schools that we built. We're very proud of that. This is a plaque. I've never shown this to anybody online before, but last year I was really honored to be knighted by a member of the Royal Court for the work we do in education. But we build schools all around. A quick shout out to this guy, I appreciate all the follows and all the likes. So I read. And I have a pull-up bar here because I think it's important to exercise. You notice in my library, I don't know if you saw it, but I have a rebounder because I think rebounding is so important. It helps just to move things in your body, blood flow. It's a wonderful way to activate all your cells. And so I have it there in case it's not a workout. So what I do is I actually do my workout in the morning. Now here's the thing. It's not my full workout. Let me actually prop this because you guys are awesome. This is obviously not scripted. This is Stan Lee up on top. Stan is a constant reminder of me for that lesson, that what I said before, that with great power comes great responsibility, and with great responsibility comes great power. So that serves as a constant reminder that to be responsible. And so I appreciate, I think we're still going live. Can you see me? Can you say yes? Okay, great. Okay, great. So the rebounder that I use, I think people are coming back on here. Okay, here we go. So I have Stan Lee up on top here, and I'll describe this in case you're listening to this in audio, because it's a constant reminder. I got this gifted from Stan. I do have a baby Yoda there also as well, because I want to be able to have Jedi powers, and I want to help other people to have Jedi powers as well. But a reminder to take responsibility for things. Okay, so there was a study done at Appalachian State University that I learned from my friend Sean Stevenson, and after having him on my podcast years ago, talking about when's the best time to exercise for weight management, for optimizing your sleep. Is it 7 a.m., 1 p.m., or 7 p.m.? And they found that at 7 a.m. actually helps you to get 75% deeper sleep, which is astonishing. And it doesn't have to be your full workout. It would give you just 3 minutes. So what do I do for 3 minutes? I'll go back and do that rebounder, or I'll do, thank you for liking my sweatshirt. You can get these. There's a link in my profile, a link that has all the free courses that we have. Right now, today, we also have, today is National Train Your Brain Day, which is amazing. So it's National Train Your Brain Day. It's an actual day that we celebrate every single year. I'm more excited about it than I am my birthday. But we're having a National Train Your Brain Day sale on our programs. But all that information is a link on there, and also has links to all our merch. And as you know, even this month, we donated $50,000 from just proceeds from this book to build schools. We donated this one to Pencils of Promise. We built schools for them everywhere from Guatemala to Ghana. So we're very proud about that. So a rebounder is a trampoline. It's a mini trampoline. And so I'll do 3 minutes of workout. What's good for your heart is going to be good for your head. And again, the time commitment, think about this. I wake up and I take 2 minutes and I remember my dreams. So we're talking about 2 minutes. I say a quick prayer, which I feel like it's just thank you is the best prayer. So I go through a gratitude that you don't have to wait for a greater life to be grateful. You could be grateful and have a greater life. From there, I could just make my bed. It takes 1 or 2 minutes. From there, I take a drink of water. It's not really time consuming, right? Take a drink of water, and then I'll rebound for 3 minutes, and I'll just do something to boost my heart rate, right? Maybe I'll do chin-ups, maybe I'll do sit-ups, maybe I'll do push-ups, maybe I'll do jumping jacks. I'll do something to get my heart. What's good for your heart is good for your head. From there, I'll sit down and I'll plan my day. I'll drink some beverage. I prefer tea over coffee. It's just personal preference for me. I'm not much of a coffee drinker myself, but I'll put different things into my tea. And I talk about it before on podcasts. Something like Coca-Cola, ginkgo, lion's mane is a popular one for me. I'll put a little bit of honey because it just I like the taste of it sometimes. And I don't always have tea in the morning. Sometimes I'll just have lemon water, and that's all I'll have. Especially if I want to go into intermittent fasting. Some of you are familiar with that also as well. Can you see? All right, let me do this. I'm gonna pause this for a second, and I'm gonna come back. All right, I'm gonna come back. You come back with me.